Don't get in trouble.
Thank you, Betty. It's always so nice coming behind that introduction. Don't you wish you could just carry her in your pocket, and if you're having a bad day, pull you out some Betty and make you feel better? Good morning. Yes, as the theme is today, I am very grateful for all the servicemen and women that are here today. Thank you for your service. I'm a military brat myself. You could say it runs in my blood. I made this shirt last night. I don't know if you can see it. It says love, and it has Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marines.
Oh, that's neat.
And I forgot Coast Guard. Do we have any Coast Guard veterans here? No? Okay, good. Barbara did tell me, though, that they are Homeland Security, and they defected, so that's okay. I'd like to introduce my biological father, who I didn't meet. He served in the Army. His name is James David Brown, and he died in 1972. His name is on the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Wall in D.C., panel 1, line 85. This is my stepfather, Charles Irving Houghton, who passed away in 2012 from cancer. He retired from the Navy after 26 years of service. And this is my daughter, Briana Christine Buchanan. Y'all may know Molly. This is Molly's mom.
Yeah.
And she was in the Air Force. This is at Lackland Air Force Base in Texas in 2006 boot camp. So
Headquarters.
very, very proud of all of them. As we gather here today and celebrate Veterans Day, I think everybody understands the gravity of what Veterans Day stands for. I don't think we need to spell it out, but there is an expression that is a way to honor those that served in the military that protected us from conflict, and it says, all gave some gave all. For the rest of us, we don't need to be in the military to be of service. There's numerous things we could do to help our fellow man. EmpoweringRetreat.com suggests some little things that would make a big difference in someone's life. They are: reach out to a neighbor in need. Yahoo.com says that only 31% of us actually know our neighbors. So maybe with the holidays coming up, we can walk over and give that neighbor we've been waving bye to for the last 10 years a plate of cookies and introduce ourselves. My favorite, perform random acts of kindness. Actsofkindness.org has a whole list, but some of my favorites are: buy healthy snacks for your office mates or for the teachers of your children's school. Pay the tolls for the cars behind you that you don't know. And if you see construction workers or even your mail person, give them a bottle of water on a hot day. Of course, there's always opportunities to volunteer. Some people can, some people can't, but by devoting time at a food bank, library, or animal shelter, you can help so many souls without even trying. If you're unable to leave your house, or if you have some extra time, there are plenty of websites online showing local organizations that could use your help. Another way to be of service to our fellow passengers on this ship we call life is to donate blood. And recently I found out plasma. I did a quick search, and there is a center in Newport News and a center in Hampton. They do offer a nominal fee. Why not forfeit that fee? Just do it for the sake of doing it, and maybe you could save someone's life. What better way to represent an act of kindness than that? And by all means, don't forget to serve Mother Earth by recycling when possible, not using straws because they're appearing in our oceans by the thousands, and picking up trash along the road, open areas, or parking lots. Just because it's not yours, help a sister out and throw it away.
Amen.
As we strive to become better servants of goodness and light, I'd like to remind you that you too have your own battalion of entities that are here to serve you. We have a posse of perpetual paladins to guide us and steer us in our day-to-day lives, help us make important decisions, and aid our gut in order to keep us safe. I'm speaking of our guardian angels, spirit guides, and ascended masters. You are not alone, ever. The ethereal group of protectors are always with us and are always available to us. And even though they're in a divine realm, they're always close by and always willing to help. All you have to do is ask. Although they have the same goal, there's subtle differences and different names for our circle of protectors. Our spirit guides have numerous categories that you may or may not be familiar with. We have a master guide, that's kind of the captain of our team of spirit guides. that help us through the day, and it's usually a member of your soul family. Like soulmates, you resonate at a higher vibration with your soul family or soul group. They can be someone here on earth, like a relative, or someone that you knew in pre-existence while waiting to transfer into the physical body of an embryo. Similar to your physical family, your soul's family purpose is to help you align with your soul's purpose and aid in your spiritual growth. Your spirit guides also include relationship guides that help you deal with lessons of love, usually family or friends that are now in the spirit realm. Some are healing guides that have been doctors, nurses, or healers throughout their many incarnations, and they influence you in matters of mental and psychical health. Some are inspirational guides that are evolved beings who reach out to you from the higher realms to impart higher truths. Think of them as the professors and philosophers of the spiritual dimensions. We already mentioned that our deceased loved ones are acting as our relationship guides, but they also watch over and tend to help us in the areas that they used to specialize when they were alive. They could be family members that we were close to in life, maybe a mother or father that passed away, or they could even be someone that we didn't even know or died before we had a chance to know them, maybe like our grandparents. Our ancestors are also watching over us. These are people that you definitely didn't know in life as they go back many generations, and they're watching over their bloodline. This is not a complete list of spirits. Of course, there's others that are directed to help us in their certain specialties, and there could be other people in your soul group that you may not have known in life, but they know you and they want to assist you living the best life that you can. Guardian angels and archangels provide the highest vibrational guidance. We may have more than one guardian angel throughout our life, and they are here to only serve us. These are personal angels. There are 15 archangels, even though some sites only focus on 7. I could do a whole speech on angels. But for this talk, I'm just going to use the examples of Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Uriel. They have a much stronger essence and can be in more than one place at one time and help many, not just you. They are the highest level in celestial hierarchy and lead other groups of angels and spirit guides combined to help you reach your specific shared goals. In my reading, it appears that some people believe that guardian angels never inhabited a physical body, that they're made of pure light, pure energy, and pure love. Archangels, on the other hand, have been known to take human shape for a brief period of time to have encounters with us when the situation arises. Ascended Masters. The Ascended Masters are people that have lived highly evolved spiritual lives in the physical realm and continue to guide the living once they passed on. Our modern avatars of goodness and light are Jesus, Buddha, Gandhi, Krishna, among others. I found a site called Ascension with the Ascended Masters that listed over 100 different Ascension Masters and teachers, including the ones I mentioned. Other examples of these cosmic beings range from Greek god Apollo, whose twin flame is Lumina, and they are believed to be the guardians of the cosmic Christ consciousness. Say that 3 times. Cosmic Christ consciousness. Ancient gods and goddesses, such as the Egyptian god of love, Eros, and the Norse goddess of love, beauty, war, magic, and wisdom, Freya. Where do they reside? I can make a whole speech on this alone. In fact, I had actually started to do this, and Betty, as she likes to do, threw a wrench in my speech. So I have cut this down a lot, but if you're interested, please catch me after services because it's really interesting. If you previously heard me speak, you know I believe in parallel universes. The idea of parallel universes have been described as pocket universes or bubble universes that exist within our own universe, just in a different realm of existence. As you may or may not know, there are different planes, realms, dimensions, and densities in our universe. I'll start with some definitions. ConsciousAwareness.com states that a dimension is a state of consciousness and a means of organizing different planes of existence according to the vibratory rate of that which exists. Each dimension has certain sets of laws and principles that are specific to that frequency of that dimension. Within each density, I don't know why that word became so unfamiliar, You get up here and talk. Density, that's the word. There is a wide variety of dimensions, similar to radio frequencies, where you have free will to choose the station or rate of vibration of your choice. Before I narrowed this down considerably, I had charts that show that the human eye can only see a very small range of 330 to 700 nanometers, which is about a sliver this big in a very large universe. Yes, universe. But also whatever. How you can see. I don't know why I can't think of it. Okay. Harikai.com states that densities are synonymous with dimensions and are present in many of the world's ancient esoteric and spiritual teachings, and are also known as realms, planes, dimensions, and so forth. The human being is capable of expressing most levels of consciousness in the cosmos, even if in limited, reduced form here on Earth. While in higher planes of existence, awareness is an increasingly expanded state. Awareness itself has the same core essential qualities, so to speak, regardless of the reality it's manifested. As below, so is above. There are 7 densities, there's that word again, and 13 dimensions, although I have seen some websites that only mention 9 dimensions. The concept of 7 densities primarily came from the Law of One. The Law of One is a group of 106 conversations called sessions that is recorded by a man named Don Elkins. He's a professor of physics and a UFO investigator. And Ra, a 6th density social memory complex that formed on Venus about 2.6 billion years ago. Ra states that there are, quote, humble messengers of the Law of One, and that they previously tried to spread the message in Egypt with mixed results. So all of those Egyptian hieroglyphs were right. The material was channeled by a group of people, Carla Reichert, Don Elkins, and Jim McCartney, between 1981 and 1984. There is a book, but it's also free online. If you're interested, I would definitely tell you to check it out. It's called The Law of One, and it talks about Ra, which is basically a group of aliens that are here to assist us and have been for a long time. And I wasn't even trying, and aliens crept into my talk. I'm telling you, they're present. They're everywhere. Okay, so I don't want to get into too much because it's very long, but there is a lot of information. I encourage you to do your own research on dimensions and densities and learn about the different states of being. A new term that has arisen to explain where entities such as our spirit guides and guardian angels reside, and it includes ghosts and aliens. The term is transdimensional or intradimensional. What this means is that these entities travel in between these dimensions and phase in and out to assist us. They are ever present and always available, and it is in this close proximity that they can hear your calls. This also explains why you see alien lights and then they just go away for no reason. They're phasing in and out using a portal. And that is the intra-dimensions, the different dimensions. They are traveling between these dimensions of existence, probably to do experiments on us, but you would think after all this time they would know everything about us, and I don't know why they got to keep probing us, but I don't know. In short, all of these could be called ultra-terrestrials, which are beings who come from beyond the realm of human existence altogether, whether from a parallel universe, alternate dimension, or another plane of reality intersecting with our own. How do we contact them? Like everything, we first want to start with intention. Set the intention of who you want to meet and clearly state your desire. Clear your mind and be in a restful state. Be in an area that is quiet with no interruptions. With no interruptions, are you not listening? Be in a quiet place with no interruptions. Invite your guides to join you. Van Praagh, who is a psychic, has a book, and he suggests that you relax and clear your mind, take a few deep breaths, create a space in your mind, and invite your guide to come close. You can telepathically say, "Welcome, spirit guide. Please come to mind. Let me know that you are here with me." You will get a sign that your guide is present. Don't force it. Put aside your ego and surrender to the impressions, feelings, and visions you are about to receive. When you are open-minded and relaxed, you can say, "Dear Spirit Guide, I seek your assistance in regard to Do I have something hanging from me? What?
You have an ET tall beside you here, and you got a short one over here. Thanks for
They're-
calling them in.
All right, well, there you go. They're here to help.
All right.
They're hiding their probe. So dear spirit guide, I seek your assistance in regard to, and then whatever matter you're trying to get assistance with. Please guide me and show me the way. Be centered and try to learn about your guides. Ask them what name to call them. Try to envision what they look like in your mind. And then record what you've learned in a journal. This will help you decode any questions that you might have. It's also a good idea to record the dreams that you have or events where you think that your guides have intervened in your everyday life. You may have visions that you can draw in that you're unsure of how to interpret them, and then come back to them later for clarity. Remember to bless them and thank them for your advice. And in conclusion, tomorrow, take a minute to pause and thank all of the service people that serve to protect you, past and present. If you see a person in military uniform, walk up and thank them for their service. I can only imagine how hard it is to leave your family and adhere to the stringent rules of military life. And while we're at it, take a minute to thank all of your protectors and the important work that they do. We truly would be lost without them. Namaste.